Welcome to Jahtell Movies. And please guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the next movie you would like to recap. Lightyear. The Turnip, a Star Command exploration ship, modifies course to look for indications of life on the uncharted planet Connie Prime. Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear, his commanding officer and best friend Alicia Hawthorne, and newbie Feathering Hamston scout the landing site after emerging from slumber. They are attacked by alien lifeforms and attempt to flee, but Buzz accidentally alters the Turnip's escape trajectory, resulting in the ship's collapse despite his best attempts. Buzz offers to be the test pilot for the hyperspace fuel crystal they will need to develop to get back home, taking responsibility for their failure to escape and leaving the team stranded. The crew has built a new colony to carry out repairs after a year. Due to temporal dilation, 4 years had elapsed on Connie Prime in place of the 4 minutes Buzz spent in flight on his disastrous first test trip. Alicia reveals that she recently got engaged to Kiko, a scientist she first met 3 years ago. She gives a robot therapist named Buzz Socks the appearance and programming of a cat. Buzz is told by Alicia to hold off on trying new crystal concoctions until they figure out another way to get the crew home, but Buzz takes the initiative and decides to carry out additional tests, with Alicia's reluctant support. Buzz returns after his final flight after a dozen failed tests to find Alicia has passed away from old age. She records a message for him in which she expresses her joy and welcomes him to her granddaughter Izzy. Buzz is informed by her replacement, Commander Cal Burnside, that the colony has decided to stay on the planet and rely on a laser shield to defend it from dangerous natives outside. The colony has given up trying to restore light speed capabilities. Socks claims that he has been working on formulating a stable form of the crystal for the past 60 years. Buzz flees with Socks when Star Command sends personnel to decommission him, defying Burnside's instructions to carry out one last test. Buzz is able to test the new mixture and achieve hyperspeed with Socks' assistance. He skips ahead another 22 years, meeting an adult Izzy there. She reveals that a horde of robots recently occupied Connie Prime and are now trying to get into the colony, which is at the moment being shielded by Burnside's laser. She plans to attack a sizable ship from which the robots drop with a group of cadets led by Mo and Darby. Buzz resolves to complete the task alone after witnessing the group's incapability in battle after an encounter with one of the robots, but the others unintentionally accompany him on the quest. The party escapes on a ship called Armadillo from a nest of hostile bugs that they unintentionally disturb, but Zurg, the leader of the robots, shoots down the ship. Buzz learns the significance of asking others for aid and invites Izzy, Mo, and Darby to work with him and Socks to complete the mission after searching a local mining complex for a small energy coil that will help them restore power to the ship. Even though the group manages to get away from Zurg and his robots, the hypercrystal is lost as a result of his intervention. Then, Zurg captures Buzz and takes him aboard the cruiser, where he reveals that he is an older version of Buzz from an alternate future timeline that split upon Lightyear's return to the planet following the successful hyperspace test. In this timeline, soldiers from the colony tried to arrest Buzz on Burnside's orders without the robot army to hold them back, forcing Buzz to flee into space. Alternate Buzz and Socks made their getaway at top speed and used time travel to travel hundreds of years into the far future, when they came across highly developed technology. To stop the Turnip from ever setting foot on Connie Prime and avoid stranding the spacecraft on the planet, he spent 50 years devising a technique to go back in time. Old Buzz, called Bezurg by the robots, needs a new crystal to power his ship and finish his mission because he used up his old crystal due to time travel and heavy consumption. He asks his younger self for one. Buzz declines, realizing that doing so would obliterate Izzy and Alicia's relationship as well as their shared lives. The alternate Socks, who is opposed to Zurg's plan, knocks out Zurg as he tries to forcibly utilize the crystal himself. The alternate Socks then directs Buzz to the ship's control room where he starts the self-destruct sequence before being crushed by a furious Zurg. Buzz and his team are able to flee the cruiser before it explodes following a wild assault on it. Buzz's ship is assaulted by Zurg once more as they crash-land back on the planet, and he then steals the crystal for himself. Buzz is compelled to blast the crystal, which results in an explosion that appears to kill Zurg, but with their assistance, he is able to save his squad from colliding with the planet's surface. Buzz ultimately embraces Tawny Prime as his home once the fuel runs out. Burnside plans to imprison Buzz, Izzy, Mo, and Darby for their careless behavior, but he changes his mind after seeing Buzz's valor in facing against the robot fleet. Buzz surprisingly chooses Izzy, Mo, Darby, and Socks as his trainees after being given permission to reconstitute the Space Ranger Corps. Buzz and his gang set out on a new adventure with a new hyper crystal they manufactured from the computer left behind after the mutiny. Zurg's survival is revealed in a post-credits sequence. Okay guys, thank you for watching Jahtell Movies, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the next movie you would like recap.